Hello, ineffable being. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. I want to share with you first that you're a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today we're talking about reality. Today's topic is hack reality. We're going to shut down the grid, we're going to take it down, and we're going to rebuild it. The question is this. Let me get into it. I don't want to keep you too much. I want you to go and create your reality. But what is reality? Like, how do you know you're alive? Like, what proof do we have? So let's say you go to sleep right now. Close your eyes and you zone out and you go to sleep. Are you alive? Do you know that people are around you? Are your senses still relating information to you? Probably not, right? So we know we're alive for the most part because of our senses. And yeah, they all work in unison, but for the most part, the feeling, human contact. Contact is probably one of the strongest senses that we have. So, if that's the case, then we know we're alive basically because of my five senses, all the information. Oh, I smell something, I like it, I don't. That shows me, okay, I'm alive. I mean, I'm literally like deciding if I do or do not like this. Whether it's conscious or not, that's up to you. And then beyond that, we have feeling. So, because we feel, we can accept to be alive. So the question is, in the near future, well, let me digress. So your reality is in essence what your five senses relate, right? So all your five senses relate, and then they go into this laser type beam. They connect with what's going on in your body, and that gives you a signal. We call those thoughts. Those electrical signals, we call those thoughts. So that's how you know, like that's your reality. Whatever's going on around you, and all that relates information, and now boom, like the image of what's externally in your life is projected inside of you, and you say I'm alive, right? So the question is, how to change that? How to change your reality? Well, I'm sorry to break it down to you, but the answer is pretty simple. And let me repeat everything that we just kind of touched on. So I smell something, my brain, now I'm just going to be a little bit more specific. My unconscious brain relates the thought, I like that smell. I don't like that smell. Let me use another thing. Let's see our talk about our sight. So I see something, and let's just, for conversation's sake, just to make things simple, let's see I see a woman, and my unconscious brain says she is attractive or she is not attractive. So whatever my unconscious relates, that's my reality, right? Okay. So let's take it another step. So let's go into taste. So I eat something, right? My unconscious is going to tell me either A or B. It's either going to like or it's not going to like. And whatever that is, I will say, oh, this is so bad. So let's take it to what I'm hearing. Let's say I hear a new song on the radio, right? 97.9, what is it? I used to live in Dallas and I forgot, but that was my favorite radio station. I think it was 97.9 The Box. So I'm listening to the radio, a new song comes on, and my unconscious is going to tell me how I feel, how I want to react based on my external life, right? So I either, again, like it or not. And it goes same with the feeling, right? It's the same. Oh, I feel good. I feel bad. What is telling us this? What is giving us our reality? Our unconscious, for the most part. Science says we have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Well, those are unconscious. I don't believe there's a human being that consciously is going to have those many thoughts. Like, I didn't. And at one point, I was waking up and going to sleep, repeating the same word, love. I was on that, like, trying to be on the highest vibration possible. So I was repeating one word, love, love, love. But even then, like, I don't think I said it 70,000 times, not even 50,000. So, what am I eluding? Your reality is malleable. I used to hate spinach. I used to hate it. I couldn't be around it. I couldn't smell it. I would gag and I would throw up, and as well as mushrooms. Now, I eat a bag of spinach every single day. Granted, it's in a different form. I juice, but it's still spinach. Mushrooms, I can pick up a mushroom and I can munch on it like it's a Sour Patch Kid. Why? Has my reality changed? Has my internal system changed? I mean, yes and no. It changed because I made the change. Because I said I'm going to eat spinach. I said I'm going to eat these damn mushrooms. Like yes or yes. So to hack your reality is to tell yourself the information of what's going on externally. It's that simple. So we all know like fake it till you make it. I mean, it's kind of that scenario. It's really that simple to hack your reality. Your reality, there could be two, but they go like in and out of each other. One is like the one that's always going to be present, which is your unconscious, right? That's your unconscious. That's always going to tell you information. And then you have your conscious. So let's graph these two, right? We have a x and y graph, and then we have your unconscious on one line, and then we have your conscious thoughts on another. But you see they overlap, or at least they hit the same time marks. So at 12 p.m., my unconscious could have told me I'm tired, or I'm ugly, I feel bad, I'm stupid. And at that same time, or a second later, right? I could have said, I feel amazing. I'm so happy. I'm blessed. This is a miracle. I'm handsome. Both of these are recorded inside your memory bank. Well, did you know that your conscious thoughts have a lot more weight because you're emotionally attached to them? There is an effort. You have no control. You don't control your unconscious thoughts. You can start changing them based on your actions, but that's a topic for another video. You have no effort when compared to your conscious thoughts over your unconscious thoughts. Your unconscious thoughts, like as long as you're alive, like you have nothing, you don't have to do anything. You're going to have unconscious thoughts. After your first awakening, you realize this. Your first awakening is when you realize the fact that you can consciously think. So after this point, I didn't have to do anything. Like you're going to have unconscious thoughts, yes or yes. So the question is, once you become conscious, that takes effort. Those thoughts are more powerful, and you begin to change your reality because your reality is really your past. If we want to look at it in a very simple way, tomorrow, everything I told myself about today is my reality. But that's only until it's already in the past, right? So again, you can paint a picture, a vision of the future. Tomorrow I'm going to have a good day, consciously, right before I go to sleep. Or I can let my unconscious thoughts stress me out about tomorrow. Oh my God, I have to go to work. I have to get up early. I have to take a cold shower. I have to do this and this and this. Now, I think we can all very easily accept that. But what we don't accept or is a lot harder to accept is, oh, I have to do something. It takes effort. You're saying that if I want to change my reality, it takes effort, and we don't want to. And then beyond that, we want things to happen so fast, right? We had our first awakening. So my eyes are open to the fact that I'm a human being, and a human being is like one with the creator. Like, you're a star, you have fuel, you have energy. So what does this translate to? This translates into what I was doing. I wasn't going to apply for a job because my unconscious thoughts were like, you're amazing, you're going to receive $1 million tomorrow. And what was I doing day in and day out? I was literally going to Starbucks waiting for this big miracle that never came, that was being presented by my unconscious. So, the first reason we don't want to put in effort is because, well, it's effort. The second is we've probably tried it. We've probably tried it. We had repeated a certain thought, or we did something. We were living consciously, and we just we weren't receiving what we thought, right? So that starts to kill you inside. You're like, well, I'd rather just like, if I'm thinking, I can think by not thinking. So if consciously thinking isn't bringing me anything, then I'm just not going to do it. And then what? So let me tell you this. To hack your reality, you have to be as conscious as possible. And there's one tool that's going to allow you to 100% of the time do that. And that's the heart. So let me paint to you my version, how I understand consciousness. Consciousness is sending a signal, right? So let's imagine the mind as a dark forest, and you are walking through that forest, and you have a flashlight, but the flashlight is off. So that is to say, that is us whenever we're walking, whenever we're living, by simply knowing I can be conscious, right? So that's like the fact is the flashlight, but I'm not being conscious. So that's me walking in this dark forest, not knowing where I'm going, but I have a flashlight, but I just decide not to use it. Once you become conscious, once you decide to be conscious, that's you turning on the flashlight. Well, this is the secret though. This is what we fail to understand. Consciousness is simply when we're active. In the beginning. I mean, later on it gets different, but that's whenever you're a master. In the beginning, what you have to understand is every time you speak, you create an imagination. Your flashlight is on. But when you stop all internal activity, I decide I'm no longer being conscious. So what does this mean? Well, like I used to do it. I used to repeat one word, love, love, love. So that's pretty conscious, right? Because my flashlight was like on and off every couple of seconds. But that's the secret. It was on and off. That is to say, there was a lapse of time before every conscious thought that I was not speaking, that the light was not on. So to really hack your reality, to really hack your unconscious thoughts would mean to live 100% conscious. Well, how can you do that? I can only think so fast. Love, 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 love. Like that stresses you out. Like you're losing the purpose of being conscious. You want to feel love and happiness, not stress yourself out. So what's the answer? How can you fill in those gaps? The answer is to live through your heart. And I'll share with you the best way I found to do that is creating an elevated emotion. So your reality is malleable. You can mold your reality. You don't have to live 100% consciously. If you want to begin, I invite you to be conscious at those points where your unconscious is ugly or negative. So it could be anything negative about yourself. It tells you you're ugly, you're stupid, you're poor. Or it could be towards your external life. Oh, he's stupid. I'm going to do this, and it's a negative thing. So if you want to start to be conscious, you want to change your reality, you want to hack it, well, whenever you have these negative thoughts, simply say the reverse consciously. So my unconscious says I'm ugly, then I will say I'm handsome. Now that's when you start, you're crawling, you're accepting to be conscious, but that's still really good because effort is always going to win versus no effort. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, you want to take it from 0 to 100, then step into your heart. I invite you to hit me up, send me an email, find me on Instagram. All my links are on my YouTube About page. If you want to learn how to live through the heart, I've created a family where I teach how to live through the heart in simple, scientific, and mystical ways. That is super. I mean, you're going to live the best life because my secret, my art is cultivating an elevated emotion. That's all I want. I want pleasantness within, and I want pleasantness without. Like that's all I want. And we have inside of us the tools to do that. And you can have your own experience. Please share this video with your loved ones, with your mastermind group, with your best friends, social media accounts, and comment below what topics you'd like for me to cover in the future. I hope to see you in the side of light. Goodbye.